Good morning, everyone. Last class we had wonderful examinations. Everybody returned well. Keep it up. Maximum of them good presentations and keep it up. Second unit. Individual and society. First unit we had been learned that components of society. Individual have been interact with each components. That is a social. In this unit, we are going to detail about relation between individual and society. Why individual interact with social components? And they are interdependent. Introduction. Study of interrelationship. Individual and society. Integral part of sociology. Individual make society. Society mold individual personality. That is interdependent. Society depends on individual, individual depends on society. Health status of individual affected by society. Nurses need to know interrelationship between individual and society for comprehensive nursing services. Nursing service only for society. So relation between individual and society is essential for nursing. Detail going on. First, individual. Who is individual? A single person. Human being distinct from a group, class or family. So he is single person separately concerned. Second section, individualization. Definition: it is a process by which the individual is made independent of his group. Look at this. In a group, a single person separately concerned. Approaches or aspects of individualization. First aspect, process of becoming different from people. Process of becoming different from people. So a single person separately concerned and how a person behave, work in a particular group. Second, democratization. The process of individualization helped to fulfill individual desires. Every individual desires have been fulfilled by individualization process. Third one, free competition. Every individual freely compete with each other. There is no restriction. Fourth one, social mobility. According to this aspect, movement of social status is largely determined by individualization. If a person become individualized and change their social status from lower to higher. Fifth one, aware of one's own specific character. Character means personality. Each individual personalities have been concerned the phenomenon of individualization. Sixth one, a new kind of evolution. Evolution means the development from lower to higher, gradually develop. Seventh one, individuals will consider himself superior to others, which means no one behind other, which means every individuals having specific characters, uniqueness, unique personalities. So everyone become superior. No one behind others. Eighth one, feeling of glorification. Glorification means happiness. When a person become individualized, glorify themselves, happiness and glad himself. I would like to one illustration. Okay? In a hospital, the nursing professionals have been working. That in the hospital, a particular ward, the nurses and other professionals working together, or 3 or 4 nursing professionals One procedure may be allotted for that group. The every members know about that, how to do individually, particular procedure. Okay? Every members of that group know about how to do individually. But one member unable to do a particular procedure individually. They want others support, or that nurse may be escape from that situation or that job or demand. Due to that, professional nurses are unable to do a particular procedure individually. Just imagine what feel. A nurse unable to do individually a procedure in a group feel stress and feel unhappy. But if a nurse do the procedures individually in a group, everything do individually, is become glad and happy to do it. Happier, which promote happier work life. So clear about it? So if a person become individualized, make independent, individually work in a group which make happiness. So I have been emphasized that the reason is that many of the nurses, or not only nurses and other professionals, they feel lack of job satisfaction. They don't like to do a particular job. Reason is that the lack of individualization in their own job. Ninth one, family condition. The familial factors is a key factor, mainly family culture and members of family then believe have been influence the individualization process. Then 10th one, feeling of loneliness. Then some setting the individualization may cause feeling individually. For example, mainly in urban setting. They living alone. So these are all the important aspects of the study of individualization. So clear about it? So individualization help to happiness in their own group. Not only in professional group as well as in familial groups, in family. And every family members do work together, etc. Then process of individualization. Make independent, self-determining, carry out individual himself, mental process, prevailing ideas, attaining one's own self. So this is a process to a person how to become individualized. Then I would like to give one illustration. We are nursing students. What we do in nursing student period? Question. Ajusha CS. Anaka Ajay. Anaka. Can any one of them respond to me? Anaka. Anjana sign. Anjana, can you talk with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my question is that in nursing student period, what we do? One word is enough answer. The nursing student period, what we do?
Patient care.
Yes, not only directly patient care, learn about, learning first.
Yes, sir.
So that's we are going to discuss about it. Every nurse should be individualized. The care given to the patients, every procedure should be do individually. Have all the knowledge, should have all the knowledge through the process of individualization. Detail going on. Thank you for answer. Anjana. First, make independent. The aim of the nursing is that the learning is that every nurse should be work individually in a group, professional group. Second process, self-determining. So every student, nurses, determine themselves. I do every activities individually. Which means we can support from others, but do everything their own. That is determination, decision making. Third process, carry out individual himself. So that after that decision, the nursing student do every activities. For example, assignment writing, care plan, history taking, do their own. We can learn from others, but do own. Which will make mental process. When we do individually, our mind will be work. What are the mental process? We can pursue about all the things regarding particular procedure, how care give to, and pursue about all the materials and work with that. That time our mind will be work. We can learn about it, learning. Then memorizing, which will motivate us. Then intelligence, which make good intelligence towards to solve the problems regarding the nursing services and nursing care, etc. That is mental process. Next is that when our mind will be work, then we can gain ideas how to do a particular procedure individually. Next, attaining one's own self. So in the end of the fourth year, every nursing students can do all the procedures their own. So that is a professional nurse, become individualized. Can do any setting, in clinical setting as well as community setting. So this is a best example for the individualization process. So this is a professional setting, as well as we can apply this knowledge in family setting as well. Okay. So this is a process of individualization. Any questions? Okay, thank you. So key point is that do individually, which make learning. Then individualization and health. Students, the individualization have been promote health the status of people. You can experiment yourself. Okay, for example, I in the classes I emphasize the students. Any student feels sad, sometimes looking sad. That time I give suggestions. Do every activities their own, which make happiness. Happiness means our all the health status become empower. So this individualized person has been experiencing less stress, which influence good physical and mental health. The person stay away from the non-communicable diseases such as cardiovascular diseases and diabetes. Person free from mental health disorders such as depression and schizophrenia. Individualized person can be influenced each parts of society, which manipulates social well-being and social health. So clear about it, the individualization, how much important for the physical health, mental health and social well-being. You can experiment yourself. Next, individualization and nursing. Already we had discussed, I was given wonderful illustration how a nursing student individualized. And become professional nurse. First point, professional competence. We can compete with other professionals, with doctors, with allied health professionals. Second, self-esteem, which means self-confidence. We do everything individually in a particular setting. We can express confidence, which make happiness and job satisfaction. Then self-actualization. Abraham Maslow says that topmost need of the individual. So through individualization we can achieve this need. Fourth one, individualized healthcare plan for chronic illness. Students, that 3 points above is only concerning our professionalism. The individualization is how much important for individual professional nurses and display their confidence. Here is that fourth point, clinical aspect. Individualized health care plan for chronic illness applied to these patients. This client may having chronic diseases. There is no treatment. That time we can prescribe this medicine. Individualization is a medicine. Can manage the diseases their own. Not depends on other professionals or health care professionals. So fact is that the chronic illness, individualization is one of the great social medicine. Can manage the diseases their own. Fourth one, an advanced practitioners. So this is a professional aspect. When you go to developed countries, the nurses act as a doctors, practitioners, APN. Act as a doctor can prescribe medicine. That time we need this individualized practice. Sixth one, individualized support. As we had discussed, every individual having different. So client oriented support, the concept of individualization help us. Look at this pictures available, chronic illness, APN picture, individualized support. Every client are unique. Then individualized healthcare plan for chronic illness. Care, cure, prevention and promotion of health. So individual and individualization is over. What do you learn from this section? Anila Joseph. What do you learn from this section? Silpa?
Yes, sir.
Question, are you here my question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, can you answer for that?
Individual and society definition. Aspects
Yes,
of
that is a knowledge. What do you learn? What do you learn generally? That we had discussed in last minutes. Discussing regarding individualization. What you perceive? What's your impression for that?
We make independent during the student period.
Yes, excellent. Thank you, Silpa. Excellent answer. I glad to appreciate. Every student nurse should be work individually. Which make happiness in student life. You can experiment yourself, okay? For example, in the time of assignment writing, care plan, and other every doing their own, and which make satisfy themselves and make a self confidence and happy student life. Next key point is that which is used as a social medicine for client. Any client come for hospital with the chronic illness as well as other diseases, in the experience you can learn about it. Next section, society. What do you mean by society? Latin word societas meaning companionship or friendship. Look at this. People together. Companion. Meaning functional view, complex of group, relationship, interacting one another, enabling human organism to carry their life activities, helping each person fulfill their wishes. So this is functional view, which means through functionally every individuals depends on each other and interact with each other. That is society. Then structural point of view, total social heritage of folkways, mores, institutions of habits, sentiments and ideas. Folkways means group behavior. More means doing right or wrong. Habits means customs, sentiment of living, which means restricted culture. Every society having unique culture and pattern of behavior, ideas, values. Definition: sum of formal relationship. So there is a meaning, functional point of view, then previously structural point of view. So this is the definition: sum of formal relationship. Individuals are associated together or bounded together. According to Giddings, already we had been learned one definition in first unit. Then origin of society. Where society was originated. A. Historical evidence. Egypt, mummies and pyramid is evidence. Sindhu Valley civilization, Indian culture. Sindhu Valley civilization. Harappa, Mohenjo-daro. So these are the ancient evidence, historical evidence available. So from that we can understand that society was originated from ancient period. It's a historical theory. Next theory, divine origin theory. Divine means theology, religious theory. This theory emphasizes that God only create the society. In Holy Bible, as well as Holy Quran, is the same says that first family, Adam and Eve. Then next only the society was created. So that theory is called divine origin theory. It's a religious theory. This theory emphasizes that society was created by God. See, social contract theory. Contract means agreement. This theory emphasizes that society was created by agreement between social components or institutions, between educational institutions, economic, religious, political, aggregate with each other, form a society. Next, organic theory. Individual is living organism. To coordinate to maintain his living functions. E. Group mind theory. This is an psychological theory. Every individual having a mind, group mind. No man would not live alone. That mind create the society. F. Evolution theory. So according to this theory, as we know that Charles Darwin, father of evolutionist, says that or said that the society was originated from long process, evolutionary process. So these are the theories, origin of society. Easy to keep it in our mind: historical, divine, contract, organic, group mind, evolution. Then elements of society. First element, system of relationship. So elements we will learn next class, okay? So what we had learned today? So today we had been learned that individual and society, meaning, definition, individualization, then society. Key points: individualization. Every nurse should be individualized through doing, do and learn. Also, we should be apply this knowledge in clinical setting for disease management. As a nurse should be prescribed to patients. Individualization is a medicine, can cure various diseases and promote health and enhancing social well-being, which means happiness. We can gain happiness. Or meaning of society. What do you mean by society? What do you mean by society?
Hello.
Yes. Speak out.
Some of the
Yes,
Some of the former relationships in which individuals are associating together or bounded together.
excellent answer. Yes, nice. Subhana, thank you for your answer. Okay, students, do you have any questions regarding today's discussion? Anybody?
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
thank
sir.
you. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
Lina,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Anjana, Anne
Thank you,
Maria,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Abarna, and Ajusha,